Welcome everyone. So we're live, right?
Yes, we are.
The overlays on Twitch and YouTube are still
Yep. My bad. There we go.
all right. All right, welcome everyone. We got ourselves a game today between Belmont and Valparaiso University. Gonna be a great game. Map bans just now coming in. So far we have Belmont bans Fracture, Valpo bans Haven. We have Belmont picking Lotus, Valpo choosing to attack. Belmont then bans Bind, Valpo bans Split. Pearl is the second map. And we have Belmont on the which side? Oh, look.
Belmont starting on defense on the first map on Lotus.
Okay.
And then on Pearl, I'm pretty sure we're attacking first.
We got Belmont on attack on Pearl. Very interesting. All right. We saw Belmont play quite the Lotus game last week against Illinois State. Went to an insane 18-16 overtime. I think there were a lot of lessons to learn from that game. However, there's going to be a bit of a challenge because now, unfortunately, one of Belmont's players had to leave for personal reasons. So now we have Nat stepping up into the IGL role. We'll have a new name on the team as well. It'll be interesting to see how the... Yes, Simon, thank you. It'll be interesting to see how everything shakes out, and I'm excited to see the team's new identity. I think we're probably still a couple minutes out from the first map kicking off, so if anyone's in the chat, feel free to ask some questions.
Yep, we're right now picking agents at the moment. And we do have somebody else joining us to cast tonight. Irenic, our former IGL, will be joining us in a few. So right now trying to find a room in the Jack. Most of you can understand how that feels, so it might be a bit later, but I'll be here in the meantime.
All right, starting up Lotus, we have Belmont on defense. We have a Breach, an Omen, a Raze, a Tejo, and a Vice. Pretty solid comp overall, pretty standard, I would say, for Lotus. On the other side, we got Omen, Yoru, Cypher, Sova, Neon going in for a hyper aggro style. Not exactly what I would have picked, but could definitely do some damage on this first attacking half, particularly on Lotus, which as we know is very attack-sided. And yeah, I'm very intrigued to see how this plays out. A very almost 2023 Abyss style comp coming out from Valpo. Very, very interested to see how this works. With the recent nerfs to Neon. Okay.
My bad, y'all.
The recent Neon nerfs, it'll be interesting to see what all utility she can even still bring to Lotus. I think overall her utility has really started to fall off. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Starting up for the first round now, Simon with some early aggression. Got some extra util up to support A. However, Valpo getting the read, rushing all the way up onto C. We only have one player defending the C site. Nat now coming into support. Wall goes up. And silence. We see the Cypher lurking out of A. However, Belmont's Tejo reading it. Just coming to a complete standstill. Nat hiding behind the box. Ball comes up, however, no value found. Oh, unfortunate kill. However, Red ready to trade it on the other side of the map. They do have to be careful of that Omen lurking in B. Could go for a swing around real fast. All going to come down to Red to see if he can get this hold. Smoke's now coming down. Information should be there. Rotates now coming in. However, Omen with the free sight now letting his team know they're going in. There's absolutely no one to defend this B site.
30 seconds
Plant
left.
coming down, no denial, absolutely free.
Spike
4v4
planted.
retake situation now. However, Belmont do have no smokes. Could be quite dangerous. Tejo util coming in, trying to draw them out of the baby door. And Red and ZJ getting 2 quick picks. Very, very open round. Red again coming in for the door. Amazing run from Red.
Great retake by Bruins there.
Gracias.
Exceptional shots coming out from Red. Truly don't know where that came from. Expert Tejo utility, flushing everyone out of those corners and just snapping onto the heads.
Really interesting not seeing a Tejo used by Valpo here. He's been kind of running rampant in all pro play at the moment, so.
Absolutely, especially here on Lotus. Just a lot of these, you know, straight lines, tight corners that Tejo really, really excels in. Just absolutely loves to blow up and clear everyone out of.
And that might be the reason why they banned Split as well, because he is probably the strongest on Split at the moment. So.
Probably true. See a heavy A stack coming in here. Could be a lot of blood coming out in the first few seconds of the round. Nat with smoke down. Nothing to be found. Valpo looking for the creep up into rubble. Flash at the ready. Coming out. Good. Trixie cleaning up. What is that? Valparaiso way too scared to even try to retake. Swinging out, showing a shoulder. Nothing. Trixie's getting hungry. He wants more. Spamming it down. Nothing there. They're just sitting in the smoke, hoping someone gets a little bit too overeager. Belmont not biting though. Smoke coming down. Util in hand. Trixie still gets it. Going for the ace. He has 4 on the round right now. Can he get it? Swinging around the corner, and there it is. Already an ace coming out of Belmont. What a round from Trixie. Just absolutely denying the space and rubble. Just nothing to be found from Valpo.
What a great entrance performance by the Bruins. Seems like Valpo's lining up for a C push here.
Indeed. Coming into this anti-eco round now for Valpo, it would be finally guns on their advantage. But based on the way that Belmont are stacking, they probably won't have an easy time coming in. Do have the read though that there could be some aggression out here on Mound, especially with the lower guns. Sovadrone coming in now to clear it. Nat breaking it for Simon. Do they expect a second? They do not. 2 quick kills and a third? What is this? Utter decimation out here from Belmont. Simon absolutely holding down this angle. Red on the other side of the map. Cleaning up every last bit. Nat, the new IGL, coming up with the final kill and a flawless bonus round. That is exceptional from Belmont. We see here now that the economy for Valpo is just hurting so bad. Fully investing into that round, just absolutely nothing. Sitting in their spawn, not even sure what to do this round. Seeming like they're going to go for a full A stack. But after that, I mean, it's just not much to do. Breaking the door early with the Tejo utility, good play. Taking the Euro TP into rubble, unfortunately they are right there to greet it.
Go get him.
Some utility coming in, nothing really being seen. And Valpo finally reconsidering their choice in sight. Walking now all the way up into B, no noise being made. Timing could be there. However, not diligent on the angle. Flash comes out for some reason. No utility to follow up, no kills to follow up. Rushing now into the C site. ZJ, 2 quick kills, absolutely denying them the space. Wall now comes up, stalling them for even more time.
There he
It
is.
appears our second caster has finally arrived. Coming now into the C site. Just unsure exactly how they want to do this now with their main duelist missing. They do have the Sova dart back in a few seconds. However, quick kill out. Flash is doing way too much damage and Nat out on the cleanup. Tejo coming in just to make sure that the order can't follow up. You see Belmont now just grouping up, making sure absolutely no funny business happens this round. Flash turns, and it's just a wall in front of Egg. And clean anti-eco from Belmont there.
Renick, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All good. Okay, just making sure your mic's working.
Gotcha.
Alright.
We've already had an ace. Second round.
Yeah, you've missed a lot.
So a little bit of pure domination from Belmont's side, even though Valpo is going double duelist. It's not gonna be working out too hard, right?
No, even on this attack side, it's just nothing really to be found from it. The Yoru TPs just aren't getting any value. Neon just getting caught out in unfortunate situations. She does get the clear across to Rubble, however, Vice set up deep into the A site. Yoru getting the pick onto B way deep. Red now holding it from Baby Door, seeing what he can get stunned up, and he doesn't have it, unfortunate. The map is now entirely... Nat cleaning up from the side. However, 2v3 retake. Unsure of what to do. Just smokes in a sentinel. However, quick picks. Quick picks out from ZJ, opening up the site entirely.
Quick work.
Even quicker clean up.
Does not seem like Belmont's gonna let up just yet, especially on the eco round, even though things got a little bit dicey. Should be back onto a full buy for both teams, though.
Absolutely. Now, it'll be interesting to see how exactly Valpo want to answer all of this. Just been a really chaotic few rounds for them, just not being able to find anything. They finally get that man-up situation, and it just crumbles in front of their eyes. ZJ just too snappy on the shots.
Is leading the push on C here from Valpo, and actually we're going to see a full-on fight with Rifle here.
Who's next?
Yoru coming in stunned up.
Yeah.
Waves of Yuto coming in, and Johan getting the first couple of picks. Open C site now. Red holding corner angle, hoping to see something. Fortunately flashed off of the angle. Looking to be a 3v5 retake now for Belmont.
They even have the wrap.
Holden coming in from the back. Are Belmont aware of this? Almost gets caught in the Vice ult. Not quite though. Valpo now just hanging back, waiting for this backstab. DJ with the first pick. DJ aware of it.
One enemy remaining. Last player.
Blood coming all the way down, one man down, and Red able to clean up yet again, just like the pistol round.
The post line coming down to the gunplay since it wasn't planted out for round, and they had to rush all back in sight, realizing this mistake. Seems like Valpo is off their game. Belmont actually pulling up plenty of rounds on the board. Again, that should have been in the favor of Valpo off the start, but wasn't able to close it out. Just one mistake.
It seems like most of Valpo's plays so far has been setting up kills for their Neon, who has been benefiting off of it, but that seems to be the only thing they can get out of the round so far.
See the Vice setup back there on C, however, a lot of bodies over on A.
I'm surprised that they're too scared to disrespect the A control, especially with the Neon and the Yoru. I feel like the refight should be very advantageous for them.
Yoru yet again getting that quick pick on B side, trying to open up the map for his team.
Tricks in a spot. Does he get cleared?
It's cleared. A lot of bullets going wide. That was an ugly fight from both sides. Simon now looking to clean up though. Puts it back into an even number situation.
Rotate's gonna come through. They might be actually rotating off here. Maybe just waiting.
Valpo do have the read. That side is clear.
Spike planted.
CJ with the opener, getting the pick onto the low HP Yoru. Nat, TP's going a bit astray.
Last player standing.
We got one more player, 5 HP in a dream, seeing what he can muster. Dick still coming all the way through. Simon! And ZJ on the back to clean it up.
Can Valpo Valpo get a round on the board? That's the big question here.
I think the big question is, when does the timeout come out?
Real. Coach from Valpo has to be sweating here.
Perhaps got a little too much faith in his IGL to try to keep things going, but I mean, if nothing else, you just need to take the minute to just breathe and let some plans go your way. See another big fight out towards Rumble.
Fighting out the A control, going their way. Neon actually ult hitting too. Baby door shuts him down.
Ooh, getting sat down by Trixie though. Clean shot.
Although we're taking space on C, the retake should be pretty good for Belmont's side, even with man down.
Cypher utility still up on the flank for both ZJ and Nat.
Spike planted.
TP coming across, trying to give as little information as possible. However, 3v4 retake and a lot of players deep. This could be really tight on time.
Flash placed.
Not ready yet. Diligently clearing everything out. Reach ult now being invested. Interesting play. About 20 seconds left to get on the defuse, if that. Cleaning up into tree, Nat with 2. However, she has all to do with 2 players and not much time. Looking to get the clutch, just nothing to be found. Valpo just sitting and waiting.
1 enemy remaining.
Good kill, but it doesn't quite matter. The bomb explodes.
Finally though, a round where they actually disrespect the A control and it actually goes their way. I think this is a new strategy that Valpo can kind of hopefully replicate coming into these new rounds.
First round on the board too, just has to feel good. Finally get that weight off your shoulders.
It seems like they're leaning towards A again. They might try to run it back. Although things will be a little bit different. They're not playing up for A control. Belmont deciding for Zach to play on A side. Hopefully able to slow down this push here.
Got the Tejo and the Vice both just sitting way back on A side, content to let the main space be taken all the way up. Nat and Baby Door perhaps looking for an explosion once the time comes. Ooh, breaks the Yoru clone and gets punished for it. Unfortunate for ZJ. We do have the Armageddon coming in, however, nothing found there. Separating the team, however, Neon. Too clean on the rope.
Spike planted.
This time Breach is on the flank.
Nat with the clean pick in towards stairs. Looking to be a much faster retake this time. Are they aware of the cubby? They are not. Trixie on the flank cleans up.
Last player standing.
Drake left alone in the 3v1. Can he dismantle the post plant? Don't like it. Contact, triple swing.
There's too many players on the screen to try anything. Great post plant out from Valpo there, just really denying that site.
Valpo might be finally finding their groove. Maybe their coach didn't need a timeout here. They're slowly finding a way to make rounds actually go their way.
We see now Belmont changing up the stack a little bit. 4 people looking in towards A here.
Leaving B open.
Could be a dangerous situation if they full rush C. ZJ could be entirely caught out by himself. It's just a matter of time. See the Neon starting to sprint up into Mound a little bit.
Oh, the timing is incredible.
However, we do have 4-man rush out to come in. Nat peeking into the smoke, aggressive play, and it plays out. Impressive read.
Everybody here.
Both duelists down, just unsure of where to go and what to do. Very little map control from Valpo as well.
I have to find a fight here.
See the Omen now trying to clear up behind them, make sure no one snuck up. It's only 45 seconds.
Full map control on A, on C, even watching B here.
Tejo drone coming out too to clear all the way into B main. Does barely see Simon with a quick pick though.
30 seconds left.
Cover going out.
I'm surprised if they don't just save here.
20 seconds. No Sova dart. I mean, they could get it up before the plant comes in. However, stun now coming in and the Tejo utility. Red content to take the fight and Roomba cleans up. Absolutely oppressive there from Belmont. Just no one allowed to go anywhere. Timing's working out perfectly, coming in and out of smokes, and it was just absolutely nothing for Valpo to do in that round.
Ult's online for those last 2 rounds here. Wonder if they'll use the Euro ult like they did last time. Maybe on C. Looks like they're leaning towards A though. He has a dimensional drift out.
Who's next?
Immediate pop into the dimensional drift could be caught out entirely.
That was Hunter's Fury.
Red standing his ground in face of the Hunter's Fury, content to take the fight. Does get punished for it though as he goes for one more. Trixie now peeking out, doesn't get anything. Decides to make the safe play and dip back down.
I know exactly where you are.
They do have the Vital for retake, but I think they're opting to play for it.
That too with the Omen ult could get some very crucial info on this retake.
Spike planted. Bring me the arsenal!
Yeah, Vital does come down, appearing to be a fast retake.
Stealing sight.
Got the first pick out from ZJ. Valpo just sitting in all of the corners that they need to. Trixie up top, Egg entirely unaware. ZJ now spamming a little bit through the corner with the cleanup. Belmont restabilizing that domination we saw at the beginning of the half. Very, very clean 3v4 retake that very rarely happens.
Even with the advantage of men, seems like the position in the ult for Belmont was way too much for Valpo. If they can get 9-3, they might have a chance here, but if not, I think the game's pretty shut out. What are they cooking up? Looks like a D hit.
Yeah, you have to think with Valpo too. I mean, the double duelist comp, you have to imagine that's supposed to play out a lot better on this attacking side.
Fake wall coming in through A. Lost the dart.
Looking at a bit of a default setup here now for Valpo, just content to take that space. Egg with a swing out. Ooh.
Hard whiff from Trix.
Just an ugly fight going in the wrong direction.
Neon and the Rays. Duelist battles. Simon comes up. Fights all over the map.
Red getting caught out by Yoru on the B aggression. See Nat now refilling that space. There's one player on each site. Hoping that they can just get everything down. EJ hearing the Omen TP, ready to clean up on it.
Round full of timings. One more for the crew. Still coming up. Can he escape? Seems like it.
Gets out with his life.
Cypher
Oh,
chasing
not for
with
long.
the
Bit of a
kill.
running shot there from Cypher.
2v2.
Not on the cleanup from stairs though. Taking the TP across. Do they recognize it? They do. Crosshair still trained on the angle.
To get in the fight. Spotted.
Spike planted. One
Nat
enemy
now flash in, getting them both. Spam through the box, spam through the box. Come on.
Last player standing.
The knife
With
kill.
the knife!
Oh. Oh.
Trying to see a knife out from an IGL is never a good sign. Perhaps a bit too overconfident there, thinking he was still flashed.
We'll see if that comes to haunt them. Although currently, I'm very doubtful. Valpo needs to win this pistol round to get really momentum in this half. To really get Belmont maybe scared about that last round.
Just a bit overeager of a decision there, truly. That round was absolutely secured. However, it will be interesting to see how Valpo move about this defense with limited info and a lot of entry power.
I'm excited to see those fast rotations from Yori. Already seeing TPing spawn.
Dart coming out, Nat ducking behind it though. A lot of players just walking up A. Do still have ZJ on this lurking to B. By the aggressive comp, no moves being taken. Massive 4-man flood into side. Simon with the opener. Second cleanup on the side as well.
Jack has the timing on C-Link.
Spike
The C
planted.
rotators.
Ooh, gets spotted out. He knows the. Ooh. That was
All
interesting.
positions.
Now trying to just eat as much time as possible. Yoru coming in with the headshot though. Nat now fighting into door. Bit of a miscalculation. All of a sudden, 5v3 going into a 2v3.
One suppressed.
Trixie on 1 HP. This could go very bad very quickly.
One
We
enemy
have missiles for
remaining.
the post. Don't think they'll need them though.
Simon doing all of the damage with the Sentinels Classic though. Massive 4K into the round.
Huge pistol round for Simon.
I think that was actually the second 4K we saw in a pistol round in Lotus. That was not something I expected. And honestly, I think that round should about shut out Valparaiso here.
Yeah.
No
That
money
might
coming
be
into
the
this
lifeline
round.
for them.
Not even on the attack side, so no extra money from the plant. It's just going to be seeing what these pistols can do. Dart comes out immediately broken. A little bit of information there.
Seems like a little bit of a default, maybe into a B split here.
Careful
Yori
there.
tucked on C box. Wonder if we'll be able to find a timing here. Technical pings. The trap play finds Simon.
That was a great design. Hoping to get a little bit more aggressive into the C space.
That's
However,
being shown on
Belmont
A.
slowly refilling. Could be an interesting timing here into Mound. However, Yoru coming up with both of them.
Time to jump.
Incredible shots.
Forging a path into the round. Scan comes through.
Sees them both.
Fight.
And that, though, doesn't
Well,
check the
Player standing.
Headshot.
The trade comes through. Left alone to red. Missiles in hand, full Yuto.
Spike planted.
The guns have been
All
given up.
missiles away.
The eco advantage is not as strong.
Does Cypher know?
They seem to be aware
Here's he does.
of the wall.
Trying to hold the awkward angle, hoping he doesn't get spammed down, but Red just taking too many shots behind that wall.
One crafty plays the side of Valpo and the round goes their way. The cam with the box tuck into the Guardian 4K?
It was indeed a 4K. That was impressive round out there from the Yoru. And you do have to think a lot of just not being diligent around the corners, not checking behind the box on both A and C. We just got to think that maybe Belmont's a little overconfident here, needing a second to hopefully kind of come back together, realize that, yeah, this could still flip.
This should also shift the momentum into Valpo since that was their buy round and it got completely flipped on them. Seeing the side of Belmont has sheriffs.
Ooh, I love that skin combination with the VCT gun buddy on the that sheriff. You see
Careful
Nat
there.
just fully tucked back into A, watching for aggression, maybe gonna pull over, rotate once it appears time. However, massive B stack in here from Valpo, hoping that the guns on the other two sides are going to be able to carry them through. Nat now lurking up, seeing what timing she could find. Fight now into stairs. And it is found for Nat.
They would get one. Side of Belmont leaning towards C, although they might rotate back to Nat.
Valpo now very
We know
confused
about
as
the
to where the
Sova,
hit's
though.
coming in. Nat now picking up the Vandal.
30
Is she
seconds
diligent
left.
enough to clear the Sova?
Ooh.
And it comes in, another kill. Immaculate plays out from the IGL, and all of a sudden this round has been flipped on its head. 2 guns now recovered.
The Thrifties are coming up huge. Flank though.
Queen, my ultimate is ready.
Around the world.
Immaculate
Thrifties
shot from
on
Red.
One to press.
One enemy
Once
remaining.
again coming alive. Red on the cleanup though.
Left down to
We
the
have a
side
2v1 playing around the door.
there. The door timing.
Nasty, nasty.
We call the
Oh, that is disgusting, Red.
What a
stand around
gentleman.
all day talking about killing them, or we just do it.
Thrifty being returned into Valpo's face.
Any momentum that they had was just shut down from that round.
Only 2 rounds left to close it out for Belmont. Valpo with a massive wall in front of them, having to win 9 rounds straight to hopefully win this game. You see a default now coming out from Belmont. A little bit of aggression coming out, spamming down the box, not making the same mistake twice in theirs.
Almost an overcommit on Yuto though.
Yoru barely
Keep light
escaping with his life.
Nat trying to seek out these timings on A still. They won't have smokes for the exec. They might try to come back. Yep, leaning towards B. Zach and Nat spotting out the Sova.
Clean shot out from Trixie, opening up the B site. Smoke's now coming down. Door gets broken, team now grouping up. However, Nat just sitting in the smoke on A, hoping for another nasty little timing. Stinger doing all of the damage though, Trixie getting shot down, Red. A lot of blood coming down onto the side into Belmont's favor, 4v2 now. Flash at the ready, swinging out. First kill's found. Round's not over yet. Red around the corner, are they aware of him? It appears they are.
Last player
Choke.
Double
That's easy to
flashed
get
up.
out.
One enemy
It's all on
remaining.
Nat's shoulders. Only 1 player remaining. Time is low. Tuck in the corner. Tuck in the corner.
Time is going to be enough though.
Not enough time for the solo. Nat coming up with a big clutch right when she needed to. Match point now. And this has just been absolutely dominant from Belmont.
The ult economy in Belmont's favor, the Raze ult, the Armageddon from Shadows, all up for them. Huge play is going to be able to be made. The Yoru ult should be used here. Last round, game point.
See the Omen up on that. I think we're gonna get yet another little alert coming out. TPing across the rubble. Not quite able to break the dart. Not sure if it saw her though. Cypher
That was
cam now
not
getting
aggressive
broken.
enough to clear out Nav from A. Getting just free value and free rotates.
Judge sitting behind the door.
Cover going out.
Could be disaster.
Stand
Time
your
isn't on
ground.
their side.
Armageddon coming through. Players still on the site though.
Shots coming down, traded in and out. 4v3 now for Belmont.
Judge coming sneaking in behind. No one's seen him.
Judge hoping to do a lot of damage here, close quarters.
First one received back shots.
Last player standing. One enemy
That
remaining.
stabilizing the crosshair, but the second one behind her just too much.
The Judge sneaking in there. Fatal play.
First round of many. Valpo hoping to string together everything they can. Default Bulldog skin now coming out. Not sure how I feel about that.
Kind of atrocious. But same can be said about last round with the ults used. Both Razel
No
and
charges.
Tail used, and it still didn't go their way. Valpo could have a fighting chance here.
CJ tucking away from the Soba Dart, not giving away any information. And going in for another big C hit. Cypher setup is there. And only one man to try to stop the push. Gotta be quick from Belmont if they don't want the rotates. ZJ getting a pick into B though.
2 players still on the site.
Woo! Nice little shot out from ZJ. Trixie with the
Right
classic.
behind
Not
you.
exactly sure what happened.
And get shut down.
Off your feet!
Left all up to Gamer Films.
Long.
And
And
it did
Gamer
not-
Films, just nothing there.
Attackers win.
did not produce the cinema that he
Bring me
needs
the
to.
arsenal.
What a dominant performance there from Belmont, truly.
Valpo really only able to see their footing when they actually find like the courage to disrespect Belmont.
Now, overall, I think that was a really, really great first match for Nat. First game IGLing. I think a lot of the calls, especially in those first few rounds on attack, reads were definitely there. I think a lot of those rounds only slipped away because of a bit of overconfidence.
A lot of individual timings in the game as well. There was a whole round that was just playing a 1v1 after 1v1 and all go the side of Belmont. Seeing Zach
Every-
and Nat take those timings and just catch players off guard, their awareness is sharper.
We do have Valpo's map pick coming up next. We will see Pearl coming out. Now, if I am not mistaken, Pearl has not been a favorite map for Belmont. However, it is one that they are still nonetheless willing to play.
It hasn't been our strong suit really in terms of defense. I think I think the team excels a lot in their attacks, especially on Pearl. But when it comes to our defense, it's just that type of like playmaking and trying to get actual set in plays for defense is just something they've been working on. And as you can see from Lotus, that has been paying off a lot more. We saw a lot more defense plays and a lot more defense setups that seem to have been profitable. And also with their retakes, we saw a lot of great retakes from Bruins there.
Any word on when this next map is going to start up?
It seems like they're taking 5 minutes at the moment. Yet again, Bruins will be starting on defense. Pretty sure it depends on who's home or not, but with this map coming up, they will be starting on defense again with Valpo on attack.
Really interesting to see. I had heard from Nat earlier this week. She was trying to move off of the Astra a little bit. It appears we have a new friend. Hello, George.
Hey guys,
There he
just wanted
is.
to pop in and say let's go Bruins. How
Hell
about
yeah.
them Bruins?
A landslide victory for us.
All right, I'm gonna leave before I start to echo. Bye guys, go Bruins.
Guest appearance
Who
by
guessed?
George. Usually he would have been able to join us tonight, but it is his grandfather's birthday today.
Everyone in the chat wish George's grandfather a happy birthday. Come to think of it, I'm not seeing nearly enough chat activity. I'm going to need a little bit more energy coming from the crowd right now.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a massive win and just nothing.
I don't know. Maybe we need.
What is
maybe
happening?
we need more energy in here. Especially coming out of that round 2 ace from Anthony or Trixie. On
That was
first
truly play of the game for their well, I say that. Those kills on Mound from Valpo's Yoru were incredibly nice. However, my bias is coming through a little bit. I am going to give it to the round 2 ace. But overall, I think Valpo is going to come into this map perhaps trying a little bit more of a safe comp, not trying to do anything too cute, just going probably one duelist, especially on Pearl, not a very aggressive map overall, looking to play into post plants on that B long area, just denying all sorts of time and space. Hey, we finally have some more activity. Got some excitement coming in from the Twitch chat, a little bit coming out of YouTube chat as well. Very nice, very nice. Hoping to see a few more subscribe messages come up, but you know, can't ask for too much.
No, give us
Maybe
money.
whenever the series is over.
But I'm kind of curious. We're getting a lot more Twitch. I was expecting more YouTube viewers than we do have Twitch, but seems like a lot of our viewers come from Twitch, which is honestly pretty nice. I'm more of a
Honestly, a little
YouTube guy
bit less
myself.
surprising. I think YouTube is just a little bit stingier with its algorithm. Twitch just more willing to support.
It throws you those curveballs. I've been browsing a few times, and it just throws me like a 2 viewer live, and I'm like, oh, well, thank you. But I do agree.
Hey, well, take all the publicity we can get though, YouTube. Please boost it in the algorithm.
Seems like we are readying up for map 2 now as we go into Abyss.
Oh, it's Abyss? I thought it was Pearl. Appears we've been lied to.
I think, yeah, I thought it was Pearl too, but...
And we see a really weird comp coming in for Valpo here. Clove, Yoru, ISO.
A little variation on the side of the Fnatic.
That is an interesting comp. Clove solo smokes on Abyss is definitely an interesting play. Particularly on the defense side, you're just not going to have the range on those smokes.
I'm expecting a Clove to see play into Vent there, breaking the door. That's the only real way she's able to smoke both sides of the map. This is going to be mighty interesting.
Then we have a very standard comp coming in from the side of Belmont with a Vice, Teho, Omen, Astra, and a Jet. Double smokes, I absolutely think is the play. Especially just in terms of consistency. Can never have too much sight denial. Especially just in terms of
I'm hoping I get to see Nat pull off some plays with the Omen TP and smokes, a little bit double duelist, double entry style. Even though Omen's not traditionally an entry, but in this comp, having the double smokes allows him to go a little bit more aggressive. But we'll have to see them on defense first.
Looking into this attack side for Valpo, going to be a lot of explosive plays. It's just going to be a matter of trying to get that bomb down before any reactions can come in, letting those rotates take all of the time that they need.
I'm already seeing some of a bit of the confidence from Valpo, this being their map pick, just fully grouped.
We are off with a big fight now coming into A, and they see way too many people and are fully content to just let Valpo take the space. Red now coming in, a little bit of damage coming in though. Red content to just play his life, going all the way back up the rope. Nat seeing if she can duck under the rope, or the tripwire, excuse me.
Planted.
Breaking it now, 2 man on flank. Are they aware of it? Red getting a first pick on the rope, 4v4.
Good to
Ready to fill the space.
Run coming through, gets canceled.
Not ready yet. Pulling them
Flash now getting destroyed. A little bit of information coming in. Double pinch.
player
Nat
flooding.
coming in. We see a
Last player
2v1.
standing.
Health very, very low. Heal coming up though on the tap.
The movement
And an
speed.
insane shot out from the Clove. What is that? Oh my. See the stim really coming in handy there. Just dragging the crosshair for Nat way further than she thinks she would need to.
That movement speed buff on the Clove overheal is something to be understated.
Let's see
The
now.
comp from Valpo, again, putting power in the individuals and really showing up there, the Clove overheal.
See your TP going up. Probably about to fall off the map. Not exactly sure what the plan was there. However, we do have the stack coming in, and unfortunately it doesn't hold paperclip.
Right at the shorty.
Spike planted.
Able to find one.
Gets his. Retaliation on Clove for stealing that round away. Called that a moral victory.
Drone coming through, pushing the back further. Seeing if they can get any damage done. Yes, they can.
One
Actually, a
enemy
lot more
Clean
than
shots
expected.
coming out, and all of a sudden, advantageous situation in ZJ. What is that?
Absolute eco demons. Those deagles coming out to play. One kill after another, just swinging, and swung. Then the round's just over. And they're able to pick up the weapons as well. All that confidence from the pistol round just absolutely drained here.
Getting possessed by the ghost of Ye on that last shot. That was incredible. All of a sudden, the economy is entirely flipped, just like you said, and it is going to be a hard-fought round for Valpo.
Thrifties in this series absolutely abundant. Bit of mid space taken on the side of Valpo, but love to counter. Timing.
Gonna be a lot of blood out in that with the cleanup.
Still maintaining his position.
Trixie with the deep lying support able to get upstairs.
Swinging further. Line coming
Nat
through.
finding both. Flashed up,
An
and
easy
it is just
4K.
nothing to do.
Simply getting her eco frags.
Gotta love the eco frag.
Just
Stat
the-
padding galore.
Just a reminder, since last stream, there is a current bet going between Nat and George. And if Nat gets 30 kills, then George, our team manager, pays for her dinner in full.
Going Astro, guys.
I don't know if there's gonna be quite enough.
They come alive.
I don't know if there's gonna be quite enough rounds based on what we just saw to have 30 kills. But you know what? I'm hopeful.
I don't know. I think we
Maybe
could see an
they'll
ace
stretch it out a
this
little bit.
match.
Aggression now coming out. Absolutely no regard for noise. Just going full force.
Getting stopped. There's a ice wall.
Just a pixel angle over top of the wall. ZJ not even aware. However, shield does get broken back.
And she comes through.
60. Stabilizing the crosshair. Red getting his from up above.
One enemy remaining.
60 as well.
Spike
Nat.
down A.
Everyone getting a piece of this round.
Cypher should be on the save here, but maybe just too close to really let it happen.
And he is way too content to play up close to the smoke, trying to get some kills.
Able to get one. And runs away.
Picks up the spike, excuse me, just sprinting all the way back onto B. However, Trixie probably going to be waiting for him.
Obscuring vision.
Yeah, gonna meet him on the timing. Smoke's actually already up. And now Cypher's
30 seconds
understanding
left.
his own demise as he's been beat to the rotate.
Distant. Settle.
Cleanup
Yeah,
coming in,
let's go for it.
not even scared. And overall, just a very, very clean round from Belmont, stabilizing the aggression out from Valpo. Especially after a sticky situation once ZJ gets caught on top of the wall. That was just very, very smart angle to take.
as fast as Valpo wants to go, the stall between the Teo missiles and the Vice Wall, they're gonna stall them out like from their best weapon, just the hard entries, the Yoru, TP, and the ISO shield going through.
Especially with the global presence of the Astra too. I mean, stun suck coming in at any time, just really keeping them back.
Zach getting a bit aggressive.
Shots going a little bit wide there for Red, opening up the B side now for Valpo. However, it seems that Belmonts are fighting a little bit too hard. Simon now coming down with the crosshair, a little bit whiffy. This is just an awkward round. Just shots going wide, fights being taken, and it is clunky, but Belmont now with the advantage. Sova drone just randomly pinging through the smoke, picks up Nat.
An angle.
One enemy remaining.
Hoping for the swing out.
Spike planted.
TV up, doesn't even notice, and Nat with an incredible play there. Doing just what you were saying at the beginning of this, doing the tricky little plays.
A little too soon on that one.
Happens to the best of them.
Although I think Valpo will be ecstatic to see that in the kill feed, giving them a little bit of drop in the bucket. Hopefully get them over this finish line, even though it's really not looking in their favor. Especially, again, even the last game, they had their favorite side for their comp and still weren't able to put rounds on the board. It seems like a repeat story here. The ults are on the board.
Who's next?
Got the dimensional drift coming in early from A main, and then they are
Option to
just...
play retake with the Vice Wall here.
We do, however, have the triple flank coming in from Belmont, going to be all up onto the Clove, and they are just unaware.
Wow.
Shot by 4 people in the back of the head. That is unfortunate timing out of Clove. Trixie now coming into the door, however, Yoru right behind it.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Getting swung from both sides, nothing to do, and just
Nothing.
flawless
Absolutely
round.
sandwiched.
I think only one person even took damage from the side of Belmont there. Almost a true flawless round. That was something. Valpo haven't gotten their round since the pistol. Now with all of the guns coming into play, it's looking just like Belmont's defense side on Lotus again. Early smoke coming up, however, Valpo fully content to disrespect it. Now ducking all the way back. This Armageddon could be massive though. Picking up one. And very low HP on the Clove as well. Great shots going into the smoke, going to pick up and 60! What is that? Just doing the most right now, cleaning up. Oh, the non-ace 5k would truly be a tragedy. Unfortunately, he doesn't even get it. Playing around the smoke, and the cleanup is there. Once again, early aggression now from Valpo, but just answered back in kind by Belmont. That Armageddon just doing the most right there. So much damage, a kill onto the Cypher, just gaining as much control as possible. And it was one after that. See, Twitch chatter just said this feels like cyberbullying right now, and I can't help but agree. This is truly just domination on the side of Belmont yet again on this defensive side. However, we do have ZJ all alone on this site. Swings out and gets an incredible first pick. Astra utility now coming in to help. Walking into his own Razorvine, now spotted out by the Sova Dart. Could be in a bit of a sticky situation. Not quite aware of Clove in the back. Yes, he is. Never mind. Spoke too soon. And doing the absolute most. Now looking for the ace.
Oh, ZJ. Red comes up and cleans it up before he's able to get the ace.
That is not a team player right there. You have to imagine that there's a little bit of rage coming on ZJ's side. However, that was yet another incredible round out from him. And we see on that B side, he is just unbeatable. Going back to that second round with only a Sheriff picking up 3 crucial kills to swing that round in Belmont's favor. Then again in that round, just doing everything to lock Valpo out. Can he do it again? He gets the first. Gets a Euroclone out. Safe behind the wall for now. Sees the shoulder match there.
One enemy
Trixie on the support. 2 going both of their directions. ZJ now going for the reload on the Vandal. And Red with the cleanup. This is really just cyberbullying. Yeah, this is bad.
Stark difference between teams is coming in.
Got 8 straight rounds on the board, 4 ults as well, hoping to not let anything go the side of Valpo. And this is just... I don't even know exactly what to call it. It's just bad out from the side of Valpo, honestly. They just keep swinging out, keep getting caught up by that Vice util, separated, letting ZJ get those first picks.
Time to jump. Revealing area.
However, the stack is switched up a little bit. Got another full
It's
B
you
rush, however,
and me.
moving into the Astra and the Omen.
Trix, down for 1v1. Breaks the
Breaks
shield.
shield. Free game, and it's
go.
Trixie for the win. Nat on the
Locked in
support.
here with him. Although they're able to get the trade on the missile.
A little bit
Spike planted.
rough out of Nat there. Numbers now even. We do, however, have the Vice ult for this retake if Belmont feel it is needed. ZJ now from this heaven position. Getting that first pick. Vice ult comes down, however,
Last
neither of them
player
caught by
standing.
it. And ZJ just impossible to take down on this B site yet again. Stick now coming down, nothing to be found. Wow. Just wow.
Hopefully, I'd like to see Valpo play in mid. Their hard execs are getting shut down so heavy that I think they just need to play for a pick, especially given their comp. Their fights are not bad, especially with the shield, with the Yor as well. But they're not able to like fully slam through the iron defense that is Belmont here.
Let's not forget too that round that they tried to go mid, they got absolutely slammed
Who's
by
next?
Belmont.
Looks like they're running
we-
back on A.
Do see yet another 5-man full exec into A site. ISO
ISO
being
left
fully caught
alone.
on his own.
Able to actually take down DJ.
All missiles away.
However, Simon on the cleanup from Yoru coming out at the Dimensional Drift. We do have Red still sitting up in that smoke in heaven. However, with only 5 HP and about to be no shield. ISO finds the head on the corner though. Simon hoping to stabilize. Trixie with the crosshair on the angle. And finally the bleeding is stopped. Valpo, their second round on the board. Putting an
Last
end
round
to
in the
Belmont's
half.
reign of terror. 9 rounds straight though on the defense.
Score is looking awfully close to the last map.
Hopefully we don't see that same cell with a knife kill again. I think Nat probably learned her lesson. I think we're going to be looking at yet another 5-man exec into A main.
Triple flank might happen here though.
Concealment.
We'll walk down from Belmont. A
There's
side open, just stall
No
for
one to greet them.
Yeah. Missile is gonna come out to stall.
Red now trying to just buy as much time as possible into the A site, maybe trying to deny the plant with the missiles.
Come out.
All
Does
missiles
get
away.
tagged down by the darts. However, plant is denied for the time being, giving enough time on this flank.
Knocking them.
Belmont now letting Nat come up very close, TPing behind the tripwire.
Spike planted.
Gets 2.
Had your fun.
However, the Clove Res
My
coming
turn.
in, absolutely the correct play this last round.
3 kills.
Does not
Picking
matter.
up third. Simon now hoping for the support. ZJ getting picked off in the back
Player
though.
standing.
Side is being flipped on its head, and it is Yoru to clean it up. Very, very similar result to last half
Switching
on Lotus.
sides.
And come to think of it, I don't think we've seen a single timeout from either side.
Let the players play. No coach intervention.
Need a drop.
I think Valpo finally figured out their game plan. Unfortunately, it was a bit too late.
Yes.
We'll see now what they can do with this very aggressive comp on the defensive side.
George asking in chat for someone to hit tab. Can see the score lines.
And that is pretty close to a team diff. That is very, very clean work from Belmont. Ooh, 2-man rush out of mid. ZJ all alone.
It's
Support
coming to
now
help
from
though.
Trixie.
A little bit too late. A little countered.
Nat from the back. And it is cleaned up now in a 3v3 situation. And a lot of fights continuing to come into mid. Red fully content to just take this free site. Get the plant down, absolutely no responses coming in. However,
players in main.
we do have probably the best 3 players alive for Valpo right now. And I spoke too soon. Okay. Gamer Films
kill?
coming up with the first kill, trying to make some absolute cinema out of this round.
This was online.
All missiles away.
Tap.
Missiles coming out on first tap.
Ammunition.
Where you go? Oh, the slow.
Trying to get the pick on the stun, and 60 there to clean it up, thankfully.
That sucks.
Little high-low setup, just too difficult to get around.
We won't be mentioning the body shot Barry coming out from red.
No, it was intended. It was
setting
intended.
it teammate 60 for the kills.
Exactly, he was setting up his duelist.
As any good initiator player will do, whether with util or their own body.
I think we might see a bit of a default setup here. See the spike leaning towards A, however, not fully committed yet.
My eyes are down.
Separate Cam already getting taken down. We do have a deep trip on A. Could be a little bit dangerous. Trixie getting one from mid.
Getting
Second
two.
one as well.
He sees the third. Be able to go for it.
He wants it.
Wants
He
it.
wants it.
Goes for it. Gets it.
Just a
got blocking
brick
vision.
wall. Valpo cannot get around him.
Belmont taking the opening on B, leaving the last 2 players absolutely stranded, left alone in this retake with the lower buy. Trixie still staying around in the mid, maybe be able to get the rotate here if he goes for it. Oh, the timing?
One enemy remaining.
It's the 4K. Ace online.
Give it to him. No!
Doesn't
What
seem
are
like
we
anybody's
doing?
gonna be acing this map.
What are we doing here? Absolutely stealing aces. Trixie, though, amazing round, just doing everything in mid.
You might think that Valpo's comp is the egoist, but it seems like all the players on the side of Belmont have their own ego to bite back with.
Every player getting a piece of their pie, though. We see... I think we've had one big play from at least every player here. Yet again, looking to set up Trixie in mid, where he was so dominant last round. However, very quick pick into B for the ISO. That is the Vice gone. Flank could be a bit of an issue.
Valpo taking this mid timing. It's not going to be acted upon yet, but maybe soon. Watch your backs, guys. Someone's about to be right next to him.
He is here ready. He's ready. He's ready. Woo! All right. I think ISO honestly wasn't quite expecting someone to be there waiting for him.
Neither of them did. It seemed like the gun was out at the wrong time.
Is Nat aware of the left?
He
Yes,
is.
she is.
He is.
And Trixie once again getting that cleanup for mid.
Getting set down to match point again.
Match point.
Valpo needing 9 straight rounds here. I'm not going to call it quite yet. However, I do think this is going to be Belmont's game very, very quickly. And I think Belmont actually even learned their lesson from last game about trying to be funny. It's just all business from their side right now.
They just need to close the deal.
A lot of A aggression coming in, taking a play out of Valpo's book.
Actually still gonna stay up this trip.
Not quite sure if that drone noted that first Cypher trip.
To deal with it.
You are divided.
This player's jumping all the way in and out. The Ares up top though, coming up with
Spike
2.
down A.
They're able to flood through the Astral Wall now.
We do have the
Spike
spikes
alone on
stranded.
site. Although the timing in mid,
Wall trick.
Astra fighting a clone. Buying more time for the Astra to play.
Last player standing.
They're aware of it. Gamer Films really showing up this round.
Flawless.
DJ can't do anything. Unfortunate. Valpo coming up with a big round right when they need it most, and it is gonna have to be a lot more of those hero plays like we saw from the Sova up in heaven. Ares doing more damage than I think I've ever seen an Ares do.
I should probably place some stars in the astral plane. I should do.
We do see the ult online for Nat though. Could do fun play with the spike, perhaps trying to draw some rotates. Maybe a bit of a lurk play.
Little TikTok scrolling.
Of course.
Same drone coming through, although we're a bit more spread out this time.
I believe it's the exact same Cypher setup as well.
ZJ, not sure if he's aware of this timing. I'm not sure either
I
of
don't
them.
think either of them
by each
are.
other. All the timings are missed here. This is very big
such
side
a
of Valpo.
weird round. And I don't think anyone is going to turn around. I don't think they need to turn around. They're now
All
sending their
players
attention
just
over
kind
to
of
B.
flicking past each other. Seems like a game of Metal Gear.
Yoru just getting absolutely nothing. Incredible play, but timing is just fully against him.
Yoru's eventually gonna wrap back, but it's also gonna hear red coming through spawn eventually. ISO on the side, maybe he's trying to find something before. They're able to get one.
Still get
Alright, a 2v4 now.
Is that a Valpo surrounding Belmont?
Last player standing.
Not getting hers, but not enough. Stabilizing the crosshair. Oh, from
Got him
around the
reload.
boxes.
That was an insane amount of timings in one round.
That was painful to watch. Just everyone screaming at their screen. Turn around. That was heart racing. We do see a stack going over towards B here. Belmont hoping to just make an overwhelming presence and just run away with it.
ISO back with their ult, but doesn't seem like their ult's been going their way. We'll see about this time though.
Might try to let it rip early in mid. Don't know if it's gonna
Pop
find
on the side of
anything.
Valpo.
I'll let Yoru too, which has been interesting.
Go ahead.
Get
Stop.
one get out. There we
I
go.
am not sure how that hit.
What a wall bang for the friends.
Oh, we do have the ISO ult up. And
Going
it does
away with the
come up
ISO.
with Valpo.
Execute.
Red getting the trade onto side, but it might be a little bit too late. Shuri now
Last
coming
player
in,
standing.
hopefully secure the round.
Spike
Trixie
down,
all
B.
the way in the back of B. Does take the off down, but I do think they're going to pick it right back up.
Valpo finally finding their momentum on the last leg of the game. But Belmont should be able to close it out here. It's just a matter of when.
It seems like
Just
we got a
one round.
P10 in chat. One of our players might have had a technical issue.
Oh, for real?
Yep, and it seems like there was a technical pause.
Hopefully that solves up the momentum of Valpo here. But let's see how many rounds can go by, inching their way closer and closer to the victory line as Belmont is just barely one step away from finishing it out.
Looks like the tech. Oh no, not quite. Never mind.
Seems like we may have spoke too soon, saying the match was over.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Belmont can wrap this up quickly. I hope.
Grant, a quick note for you. There appears to be a bot in the Twitch chat.
Oh man.
Trying to
Aw,
promote some
man.
scammy website.
Of course there is. I gotta add
Do a little bit of
on, I guess.
housekeeping during this tech pause, trying not to let anything go too far astray on our side.
That guy is-
And we do have
I'll
the pause
find their
now
cipher.
back going into the match. You love to see that tactical tech pause out from Belmont right when they need it, not needing to waste a timeout.
Bot gone.
Thank you, Grant. Everyone give it up.
Fixer down. My ultimate's ready.
ZJ getting an opening pick onto B site.
Gonna call over the team to rotate towards B.
Trixie now.
Six gets shut down on his timing.
I thought the crosshair was right on Clove's forehead, too.
Seems like Nat is trying to take his place. Just almost. Actually playing for Zach's timing, not able to get the kill.
Really wide on the bullets there. Oh, that is unfortunate. Even situation now. Bomb is down, and we do have both the Viasol and the Tejo still alive. ZJ trying to take that corner angle, not finding anything. However, Clove is low, could be taken down before having a chance to heal. And the ult now ready on first tap.
Bring me the arsenal!
It comes out. However, I do think Cypher was able to get away from it. Stun now coming in, trying to buy as much time as possible. And it is coming off red, jumping all the way into the smoke. And then there is
Attackers
the
win.
match. 13-6 for Belmont.
Right out of the time of the tech pause. It was shut it.
I don't think there is much at all for Belmont to take away from this game other than good job for Nat. First game IGLing, I think went very, very well for her. And just almost, we can see on the scoreboard, almost team diff. Johan doing his best to break it up, but just not able to quite get enough.
That whole game I had such faith in Belmont to close, and it felt like just their whole map control and then the amount of timings as well. But usually it still went in Belmont's favor, calling over rotates, being able to shut out their Valpo's hard execs as well. And the amount of flanks and just swallowing Valpo in the whole of their defense.
I think overall, it was just a very, very clean game. I do think a lot of timings went the way of Belmont. Not sure how much of that comes down to luck, how much comes down to reads, but overall, it was just very, very clean. Execs were clean, trading was clean. Very, very solid Valorant overall, just keeping the protocol straight.
Yeah, agreed. A lot better defense, like from those two maps overall, especially on Abyss. It was interesting to see how our defense that time was better than our attack. But in a second, I'm gonna have our IGL Natalie join us for a couple of questions.
Sounds good.
Let me get these match results posted real quick.
Check the Twitch chat for any questions as we wait for Nat to join us.
You can do that, Ben.
Overall, a lot more energy coming from the chats in this second map. Appreciate it, everyone. Yeah, overall, I think it was a very, very good game from Belmont. Valpo, I think, a lot to take away from this as well. I think their aggressive comps were very interesting in theory, but especially on Lotus, they just didn't play into the strengths quite like they should have. And then moving into Abyss, the aggressive comp coming back to bite them, just not enough information on a lot of those attacking rounds. The lurks just very, very dangerous the entire time.
Yeah, the first map almost seems like the opposite problem of the second, where they're playing this aggressive comp and they're not acting enough on those aggressive tendencies that they should. And then on the second map, they're committing way too hard on those aggressive tendencies, getting shut out by the Vice and the missiles and all the smoke util. They need to strike a balance and recognize whenever they need to start playing to whatever, like, passive or aggressive. They kind of just leaned one way in the whole game, and just see if it worked out for them.
I agree. I think the plan was maybe a little bit oversimplified there for Valpo in that second map. Perhaps getting a little afraid to try anything funky because of how that first attack side went on Lotus. And overall, I think it just over rotated into the opposite direction, like you said. Yeah.
All right, I think I'll have Natalie join us. Hello.
Hey, Nat.
This is our IGL Nat. And I got a couple questions from both me and George, even though George isn't here right now. I'll read off George's first. After last week where we saw our game against Illinois, we had kind of a devastating defeat. Not a steamroll, but it was really close, and it was really sad to see at the time. How does it feel to bounce back from this, like in this fashion against Valpo?
It feels good to get like a pretty solid win. I mean, I felt pretty good coming into the match. Like we had good practices this week, so like I felt prepared. But next week, Bradley, I consider that a pretty important match, so that's what I'm more looking towards. Illinois, we lost last week was incredibly frustrating. I'm working my ass off so we can beat them next time. You're muted.
And we do have a map, and I agree. We do have a match coming up around. I can look real quick later against Illinois again, where we face them off, and hopefully we might see different results from that match. But then again, we have so much time between them. Both teams will practice accordingly, and it'll be really exciting to see. Next one. What changed in practice this last week that to lead to like the win today, you think?
I don't know if y'all noticed, but 60 subbed in for Camo, so we replaced an initiator player with a duelist player. So we switched around roles a good bit. Zach ZJ got onto Sentinel, and Anthony / Trixie is now on initiator / off smokes. So so far everybody's liked the role changes. Both of them got on their preferred roles because that's what they were both wanting to play. So it's worked out pretty well so far. I think people are happy with the agents they're playing.
All right, I have a question for you now. I don't have the stats here in front of me. However, it seemed like you were able to balance your aggressive play style very well with your new IGLing responsibilities. How did that feel overall?
I mean, I'm just playing my game. It feels good to still be doing well while like focusing more on the team though, because I was expecting my performance to drop a good bit, and I still played pretty well today, I'd say.
Aston, I have a question for you. How close are we getting to that team dinner from George?
I need us to have a close game when I'm playing really well, because like he said the 30 kills, but like that last match I had 1.2 kills per round.
I don't know. You're getting pretty close, around 20 kills. That last match, Maybe we'll see it
Wait,
soon.
how many? I need 30, right?
Yeah, you need 30. You had like
I think you were
Yeah.
at 21.
You had
So-
mid-20s that last
Yeah,
one.
so say
Hey,
that game goes into OT, I can get 30. Like I'm
Maybe the IGL needs to call for play for OT and get dinner paid for.
honestly I should be throwing. That's what that knife play was for. I was trying to go for the 30 kills. Like
Of course
we
you did.
saw the cat.
We saw that.
Thank you for reminding us of that. Yeah, I want to ask you a question
Oh.
about that now.
Wait, I have a question for the leader here. How were all the ace steals? There were numerous 4Ks that never got delivered upon.
Multiple from Chance.
there were to be fair, there were 3 aces in which the person had a chance to get the ace and then just threw. And then there were 2 that were stolen. So there could have been like, or I think 1 that was stolen. For the most part, it was just people like losing their last ones. But then there was Chance stealing Zach's, and Zach was not too happy about that.
Classic
Yeah, we
Chance.
could tell based on the way he was just kind of standing still at the end of that round. It was unfortunate to watch. Zach though having a great game though. Just
yeah,
an
Zach
had
absolute stalwart in
excellent-
B.
Excellent matches today by Zach. Like truly, I think he out of everybody today, he played the best.
And regarding what you said earlier about like, you know, the players playing different roles, I know I already know, but for the chat, like what do you like what kind of sparked that like I guess changing of roles for everybody, because this is about we have like what we have a lot of changes such as or no yeah, a lot of changes from ZJ, which is our originally who was our duelist, swapped over to Sentinel, and our original Sentinel Trixie swapped over to what is it? Initiator? Mainly Breach too.
Yeah. Initiator.
Oh, and Simon
well-
on duelist now.
Yeah, I mean, what happened was like, Camo just decided he wanted to step down, so Simon 60 came in to replace him, and since we replaced a player that played pretty much exclusively Initiator with a player that plays exclusively Duelist, we had to swap roles around. It's ended up working because Zach actually wanted to play Sentinel, like that's his best role, and Anthony thinks his best role is on Initiator. So swapping those roles around to fit what people want to play honestly has worked out.
Indeed, especially when it comes to Breach, it seems like we're seeing a lot more Breach util being used. No shade to Red, but it was kind of difficult to see most of our Breach util not being thrown out when it needed to be. But now seeing that Anthony is taking full advantage of being on Initiator and being on Breach, it's really nice to see, really refreshing, and it really like strengthens those retakes. We saw a lot of great retakes, especially on Lotus today. So just that extra bit of util, especially from Breach, such a really important character to have in the game, is just so nice to see.
Yeah, and I also really like Chance on the Teo, so we have Chance on Teo on a few maps. I think the agent he's most comfortable with, and frankly the best on. So just having him entirely consolidated to Teo has worked out well, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all the questions I had. I can't think of anything else. But really great matches today. Thank you all for tuning in and everything. Thank you again, I say this every time, MvC, for providing us with some stream overlays today. And thank you, Ben and Camo, for both coming in, casting for us today. Y'all did such a great job. Really kept the energy up in here.
Thank you. Everyone make sure to give Grant his flowers as well. Setting up all of the streams can't be a very easy job. Spectating for us as well. And I might say doing a really good job spectating. I've been very impressed. Like
I try. Me and my controller here putting in the
Grant
work.
is blushing.
I'm putting in the work on this little rinky-dink Xbox One controller. So glad to see it's turning out well. But yeah, I'm really excited to go more into the season. See what so far there's been so much exciting stuff going on. We even have possibly talks about another LAN event coming up, but that's still in the works. So, but yeah, I think that's all. Anything else you want to say before we head off?
Nah, I think we're good.
Thank you, Chloe, for watching.
Thank you, Xander. I saw you in the chat as well. Anyway.
I guess that's it. Thank you all for joining us.
All right. We'll see y'all.
To another Belmont win.
Another Belmont win.
Woo!
Forevermore.